Alrighty, good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday. If you're on the East Coast, almost Friday. Welcome to the stream. We have a great divisional matchup tonight. Div E West, we have Liquid Metal, the home team, taking on Wood League Express. And with me, my healer main himself. I know he'll deny that. But Punisher, how you doing tonight, sir?
Good, Dax. How are you tonight, man?
I am doing well. I am excited to get into here. Both of these teams have been patient with us. A couple of technical difficulties. It's not a great NGS stream if there's no technical difficulties. So we're going to go hop on right in here. And but yeah, looking to get squared away. So let's see where we're at, where we're going, and how the heck we got here. So we do have Liquid Metal being the home team. They did. I'm trying to think here because I did all of my notes backwards. So they opted for. Let's see. So it looks like they lost the coin flip, which made Wood League Express take the first pick. They did go ahead and ban Infernal Shrines and Towers of Doom. At the same time that Liquid Metal went and banned Braxis Holdout and Garden of Terror, but chose to take us to Volskaya Foundry, which, you know what, as of late, that particular map is seeing a lot of heat. I don't necessarily know why. I like Volskaya. It's a very good team fighting map with a little bit of macro mixed in. But yeah, I'm excited to head into game number one here.
Yeah, absolutely. Should be a good matchup here, and it feels like a thing. But man, every time I see Bull Sky, I'm always in for some good old-fashioned A-ramming right there on the point. So we'll see what we get here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll let them know that we are ready. But yeah, to your point, like I mean, the camps are very important. Can sway the team fights on those objectives. But Volsky lends itself to being a great late game. Almost guaranteed level 20, so we might be able to see some of those late game heroes like the Leework with the Buried Alive, maybe the Zeratul, or even some Zul'jin.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely late game good stacking heroes there. The Zul'jin, Tychus, if you're going Dings and stuff like that. Really good, good for the late game. So yeah, we'll see what we get going into the first match here.
Yep, absolutely. So, just coming into some of these map bans, these teams are wasting no time at all. That's a windmill slam of a Diablo ban if I've ever seen one. But let's see. We got Crizzo in the chat calling for a Let's Go Liquid Metal. Silver Arrow calling for that chugga chugga choo choo for that Wood League Express. Glad to have you guys here rooting on these respective teams. But that Gazlo ban, secretly good on this particular map. Like you said, a lot of brawling, a lot of team fights in some tight corridors. So the stuns, the turrets, and just that Gravo Bomb Wombo combo post level 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And taking a little time here for the second ban here to come in for on the side of the Wood League Express. But yeah, like you said, there's a lot of good choke points, and Diablo Gazlo really good no nonsense bans here to start off with.
Yep, and there is that Zul'jin ban. He does get his auto attack stacks off of the Triglov, the Punisher, and just all around just really good into any sort of frontline business that they're looking for. All right, and some Murky. So no fun stuff going to be able to be played tonight on the side of Wood League Express.
No nonsense game, I feel here, Dax.
No fun allowed. Zero fun. Zero funds given. Zero funds given tonight. So first pick is up and available. Sylvanas, really good on this map. She is able to get Merc Queen at level 4 to empower those turrets, boost up their damage. I think with Merc Queen, okay. But I think to that point, I think with Merc Queen and a turret, I think it actually provides you at least 6.5 players worth of damage, I believe. But some really strong pickups coming out here. I'll shut up now and start talking about this draft. But Malfurion, going to see that first pick. Emerald Dreams at level 1. Seeing that little bit of that rework with that additional CC sleep at the end of the full duration of that route. Just really powerful. But then we see that Sonya and that Cassia pick up here.
Yeah, absolutely. The Mal first pick's a little bit surprising. In my opinion, I don't know if he's quite first pick worthy, but stuff to leap and dive back on him there was a pretty good setup there. But Orphea and Mal'Ganis coming out to kind of help out there. Orphea always a good pick here, and Mal'Ganis probably going to hopefully help combo with the swipes, the sleeps into the Malfurion sleep for some nice extra lockdown there.
Yeah, that is a good point. There goes that Tychus ban. So maybe perhaps we uh, see a Johanna pick up here to maybe try and empower that Cassia with the additional blinds. But Tychus just an all-around good hero in the current meta. Yeah, but you don't get to see Mal'Ganis too like a whole heck of a lot. Like even if they pick up the Lucio and the ETC, those are some decent counters into Mal'Ganis. The boops and the displacement are able to kind of cancel his disengage.
Yeah, interesting. Then, we see the Kerosene band comes out there. So, not necessarily so bad. Mal'Ganis playing in that backline there, susceptible to the, to the dive, and Kerosene just is gonna eat that health as lunch there. So I think a good ban on their side.
All right, so I'm gonna opt for that Brightwing. Gonna be able to polymorph the sleeping Mal'Ganis as he tries to enter the fray. So nice pickup here from the side of Liquid Metal. And the Jaina to finish locking up the damage here from the side of Liquid Metal.
Yeah, so I like the hold on the tank here on the side of Liquid Metal here. But Jaina's just really good bursty damage, good wave clear there. And good camp clear as well. So I think they're really set up for a good kind of counter to the Mal'Ganis at the moment.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we do still need some sort of sustained damage and an offlaner on the side of Wood League Express. There is the Falstad, which could be either, and the Varian. So looking at this team comp, hard to say. Might go Windblades and maybe try and trade into that Sonya, but might have a hard time with that Brightwing. Could be Colossal Smash, but there is that ETC ban. And outside, I guess, of Falstad Gust, not many Mosh Pit interrupts there. I guess outside of level 10, Orphea on the Crushing Jaws can get there as well, and then the Malfurion Silence. But I like these drafts coming out here.
Yeah, quite a bit spicy. I think we see a little more of a normal pick for the Liquid Metal side here. Pretty much a nice ETC, some Sun Lockdown, Brightwing Polymorph, and Jaina and Cassie with a follow-up. Should make for a pretty good time on their side, but on the side of Wood League there, the Mal'Ganis, I think he's gonna have a little bit of a harder time playing this game just with all the CC and control they have on the side of Liquid Metal there. But I'm a fan of Windblades, of maybe in double tank with the taunt there and kind of let Sonya do a little bit of work up top. Falstad can work to counter Sonya. So I think we're in for a good matchup here, Dax.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to hit this right before we get into this game here. Mongoose coming in with the raid. Mongoose, my friend, thank you so much. Taco, spamming in the raid. Hopefully your guys' cast went well. Thanks for being here. We are just getting into this match here. So let's get this started out. Game number 1 here. On the left-hand side for Liquid Metal, we have Bad Monkey on the Brightwing, missing an opportunity on being the monkey on the Monkey Brightwing, but Pad 0 on that Jaina. Sir Tick Pick on the Cassia Sugarman on ETC, and Buronel on that Sonya. And who do we have on the right-hand side, Punisher?
Yeah, on Nova Bot, we have Falstad. On the Orphea, we have Ice Queen. On the Malfurion, we have Seralath. And then on the Mal'Ganis, we have Bandide. That was a really poor way to say that. Then on the Varian himself, we have High Admiral.
Could have been Band-Aid, I think. It's like Dan Aykroyd, but spelling it like a Band-Aid, I think.
Oh, man. But I tell you, Dex, we got the choo-choo train ride happening there. God,
we do love to see it. Already winning style points and my heart here coming into game number 1. But yeah, like to your point, I think on the side, I like the draft coming out from the side. We do see a quick slide onto that Malfurion, but Band-Aid going to go ahead and get that sleep and going to disengage with that Q. And just seeing that Emerald Dream lockdown coming out onto Sugarman, ETC already sitting at half health. But yeah, so giving us a second to breathe here. I like the comp coming out from Liquid Metal. I think they're going to get the rotational advantage here with the Jaina wave clear. But come at least level 10, if we're looking at Elite Sonya, they don't really, unless if Varian goes taunt, which it looks like he may go taunt. He did go overpower at level 1 to maybe control that Sonya in the backline.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was just scoping that out there, but right now we kind of have a quick set for Wood League Express, really starting and getting on their turret here, which is useful. It should have a turret up by the time the objective starts, or shortly thereafter, to maybe capture a second turret on the side of Wood League Express. And then now we see Liquid Metal go ahead and starting theirs with the Jaina, and they should be able to rip that down pretty quickly as well. But I do like that on Wood League, kind of starting that right on time and really working on that macro game at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. It should give them an opportunity to step up and take this heel camp if they want to look at it. We do see Falstad and Cassie going to go ahead and trade up here in the top lane. But no, they just kind of want to sit bot, or I'm sorry, mid here and continue to catch Soak.
Yeah. No, so yeah, it should be interesting. Yeah, the Varian one, it's interesting. I do like that. I think we're going to see Sonya kind of win the early game for sure. But I think Varian come taunt and get 7 to heal up. Well, no, Twin Blades it is with that.
Love it. Love to see it. So, I mean, I guess per se with the auto attacks from Cassia and the Sonya, I mean, I guess you can I guess overpower. I mean, it does it's going to refresh heroic strikes cooldown, which later on, depending on the build, will be able to reduce some self healing. So, good pick, a good solid pick up there. But normally you see High King's Quest with that. With Twin Blades Varian, so not a lot of lockdown for that Sonya if she opts to go for leap. So we will see what happens come post level 10 here.
Yeah, we see the upper camp going out right now, waiting to hold that. I do like that play there. Let a wave come in, crash, and grab it behind. But, you know, I would like to maybe see a team look at potentially the heel camp here. But, you know, macro-wise at the moment, I think we have to give the tip of the nod to the Express here. They're really on point with getting the camps when they cap it. And they should have a pretty easy time starting this off here.
Yeah, they are on the ball on their macro game. They're going to go ahead and get the first start of the channel. They do have their turret, so their fortification camp will be up. Taking a peek here, 45 seconds away to the 58 seconds. So they will actually be able to kind of hold some of this channel as we see them kind of go ahead and clear this. But the nice thing is they do start that objective. They do have the Falstad, but capping the camp second means that they have the chance to go ahead and clear the opponents. But I like this call coming out from the side of Liquid Metal. They do disengage here as the rest of the team did get engaged on here in the middle. Great slide coming out from Sugarman to help clear this wave, but that's some CC and some engage or disengage coming out from the ETC. Gonna get burned on that wave there.
Yeah, and we do see Sevens come online just a little bit beforehand, but Sevens now coming off Liquid Metal as well, so no real good look to maybe take an advantage play there with the Sevens.
All right, so taking a look here at some talents, we do have the 99% channel. They do opt to give that up, so great job and heads up play from Wood League Express. They're going to go ahead, and this time they are going to take this camp. They have some time to go ahead and give this one. If they do, though, they're here. I wouldn't hate to see them invade their turret. They're going to opt for their own turret there, which, you know, Jaina can burn a camp by herself in about 11 seconds, so they should be able to make quick work of this.
Yeah. So we're going to see a second turret get picked up. They have the time to afford to kind of wait a little bit here, rather, on collecting all the fun toys available on Volskaya at their disposal. So, yeah, I think at the moment, unfortunately, I think it's going to be a little bit easier for Woodley to kind of take this over and engage here. But we're going to look at our first ARAM fight here in the middle.
So in comes the sleep. Down goes Jaina, immediately getting blown up here, and the Brightwing as well. The heal camp is down. All 4 of the turrets are sitting down here. And great team fight for Wood League Express. They will finish this channel and get the first Triglav of the game. And let's see what they want to do with it here.
Yeah, absolutely. And historically, you know, what you see on this map, usually you go top and try to get a well first, setting up for the next objective, which is what we'll see here. But we have seen some teams ignore the upper part and just go right to bottom and start working that down as well, prepping for the third. You know, in some instances, right, with third Triglav, there is potential to get keep and, you know, perhaps get a few more kills and look to end game on the third one. So, but the real play is hit here and look. But we see Malfurion getting engaged in the backside here. Polymorph comes out. ETC is chasing. But I think Malfurion's be able to walk away here pretty easily.
Yep, absolutely. Bad Monkey finding himself in a little bit of trouble. Does get the poke damage coming out from that Orphea, taking a bit of damage as well to secure that kill. But well done. Will live to fight another day. 10's now online for Woodley Express. Say it to the face, says the Triglav Protector, shoving ETC back behind their wall.
Yeah, no, really good play. And, you know, unfortunately, Brightwing got a little bit happier with the chase, looking for the Malfurion play there. And, you know, Ice Queen on the Orphea decided to say no thank you, and he's going to swat that fruit fly down.
Yeah, absolutely. So, again, looking at some of the talents here, we do have that Slam build. Sonya, pretty standard Cassia build. Jaina build as well. This is my preferred Orphea build. You can see a little bit of a variance with the Q build, but I love trait build Orphea. Just so sustainy and just kind of live forever and just pumps out a crazy amount of damage. But looking at the fall stat here, opting for Gathering Storm at level 1 instead of the Lightning stacks. I guess that's
I think lightning stacks right now is still banned at the moment.
Okay, yeah. So it was the other, the
NGS here.
frequent flyers, the other one that I think that was, I think, banned, right? And then that one's available, but now lightning is banned.
Yeah, I think so. So I think that's pretty normal. Still flexing into the lightning shield and talents the rest of the way. It's still pretty powerful and can really just dish out a lot of damage that is kind of surprising and unsuspecting, especially against the Sonya. There, we're gonna see a lot of health start chipping away if he's able to land all 6 hits.
All right, so 10's now online for the side of Liquid Metal. We do have Sony picking up that leap. We got that Mosh Pit. We got the Ring of Frost. We got the Ball Lightning. The Wombo combo is here. I think Brightwing does have the freedom to go ahead and take Blink Heal if she wants it, but to kind of disengage that Mal'Ganis and the Varian, I don't hate if she does take Emerald Wind. I think she has good options, and maybe just kind of having a discussion with the team as we're just kind of clearing some camps and catching some soak here.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, a nice thing with kind of going not teleport, but the Emerald Wind allows them to also separate and isolate targets, right? Sonya is able to go on the back line on one, Brightwing teleports in, the Emerald Wind out, and then unfortunately you got to first isolate them, and it should be easy pickings for Liquid Metal at that point in time if they can land that combination there.
Absolutely. So here we go. I like the rotation coming out from Sugarman here. Maybe a little bit separated, but it is going to hit that Mosh Pit. Great silence coming out from that Malfurion, saving the team. Out comes the Ice Queen. Does get locked down there from that Cassie. The Eternal Feast is getting some of that damage done, but it's just not going to be enough. So trading down 13s here at this point. Great team fight from Liquid Metal. The pings are coming out, using their advantage here. They want to go ahead and take this Biotic Emitter. Let's see what Woodleague Express wants to do with this. They may just continue to try and push in the mid here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to go for the the heal camp right now at the moment here. It looks like they're going to get pushed off, and good invade, right? Kind of using those 13s to their advantage here on the side of Woodleague Express, and they're able to take the heal camp for really no effort at all. So good on them for looking for that engage there.
Yep, absolutely. And while we have a little break in the action, Crushing here, my friend, rating with a party of 14. Thank you so much, sir. Hopefully your games were exciting. Hopefully able to catch that VOD a little bit later. The people demanded more Dax. Oh, man, you are far too kind. And thank you for the sub. I appreciate it, sir. Enjoy your Decorated Potion here in the chat. And 2, I think you actually have the mana, the traditional old school Diablo blue mana potion, I think, at the 2 months, sir. So, Crush, definitely appreciate you, sir, and everything you do for the casters and the NGS community. But yeah, thank you so much. So, we have these teams. Go ahead and looking at the second objective here, we do see the beginning channel coming out from the side of Liquid Metal this time, and having 13s, even Talontiers. But in comes Band-Aid rotating in here with the team, and Falstad is going to fly up here to make it a quick 5v5 fight.
Yeah, and just unfortunately a little bit of a misplay there. Sonya was kind of looking around, seeing what's going on. They did end up losing a little bit extra on the channel there, but Sonya's going back and by herself, which is a little bit. Oh, she leaps out there, and we see Ice Ring down. We see that hitting, but no one there to follow up. Orpheus can take a bit of damage. ETC comes in. Brightwing already used the ult there. We see Gus come out and negate the Mosh Pit, and we see Jaina go down and ETC go down on this fight here.
All right, and poor Mouth is running for their life. Cassie is just a nuisance here in the backline, but we'll be able to escape on that treadmill. But down goes Sonya, down goes Brightwing, and that is a 4-for-0 kill, quad kill. You know what? Make it a full 5er. What a team fight! Holy cow, coming out from Wood League there. Wood League Express, I'm sorry. So let's see what they do with this there. I want to see, okay, so we do see High Admiral going to go ahead and just taking this camp here. I'd like to see what teams do with the advantage and not just going to go ahead and sit idly by on this thing while it ticks up. 16's now online, so they do have the talent advantage, and we'll be able to do whatever they'd like, but I'd like to see them rotate back up in here, at least to the top lane.
Yeah, no, and really good again. Just kind of talking about the power of Emerald Dreams right there, right? ETC looked to slide in, potentially maybe get on the variant to stop that, but ETC had to take a little night there. So really good job. I like the aggressiveness and the good camp call there on the side of Woodleague Express.
Absolutely, but you know what? On the same on the same side, Liquid Metal is not going to take this lying down. They know that the objective is going to go over in favor of Woodley Express, so what they're going to do is just prep for the third one and the most important Trig Lob. But in comes Novabot, going to go ahead and use that all-important global. The Polymorph is going to come out, so they will be able to disengage this. So taking a peek up here, Sony does have a lot of the clear. She does rotate up here finally, but another great route coming out from the Malfurion, putting 3 people to sleep. Like you said, take that night-night.
Yeah, no, really good. And you know, I think what we're seeing here a lot, you know, maybe look for some engagement. I'll kind of hold that point off until after the Trick Lob's down here. But they're pushing good bottom right. We should be able to take this keep without much effort. So Trick Lob absorbing the damage here, but it does leave 3 behind. We see Sleep comes out, but Gus right away to negate that mosh pit out, and Sugarman taking a lot of damage there. Kind of, you know, getting put on point for not inviting the Trick Lob to the dance party there.
Yeah, absolutely. And another fantastic Gus to disengage that mosh pit, putting it on the full 100+ second cooldown. Weenus, my friend, I don't deserve you. Thank you for the 369 sets of bits and the gifted subs here. I appreciate you more than you know, sir. So we do get a little bit low health on this Trig Lob. It does get dropped down here, but Liquid Metal is able to save their fort here. So, you know, still able to hold on to this one. They can look to get some structural advantage here, just try and catch back up. They do have 16s, so now even talent tiers into Woodley Express.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, the first 2 Trigger Lobs, you can play around this, but, you know, again, we'll see the 13 probably come online right around the time that potentially Woodley looks at 20s here. So, you know, if you're the Liquid Metal, what you do, but I think, right, we're going to see a fight over this support camp here. We're going to see support camp picked up. Mal'Ganis in the backline, Carrion Swarm comes out. Or if you have Feast comes in, Brightwing disengages. Nice disengage. Just kind of get out by everyone on the team there. Fall said gust away, and no one dies. A few ults used, but, you know, good play. Sonya Leaf comes in, slide, and potential mosh pit comes out. A 4-person mosh pit, and everyone is at that dance party is now going down on the side of Woodley Express. Ooh. Really, really well done. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Finally able to see what that combo can do. Unfortunately, just Novabot stood there with the Gust still on a 40-second cooldown, watching their team just eat every single R button on the side of Liquid Metal. Does have the heal camp up and available, so let's see how Liquid Metal wants to push this and try and catch back up on some structures, seeing how essentially all 3/4 of their own are down. That trickle XP is going to be there and enough to at least level 20 for the side of Wood League. Sony is going to go ahead and rip this Bruiser camp of their own. They do position Jaina up here to get some of this wall, but like, you know, the next objective is down here in the bot lane. I'd like to see them maybe try and give themselves, push this out, maybe get this fort, so if they do win the next team fight, they can maybe look to maybe end the game if they get more picks, just like we saw.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, you know, they're trying to even out a little bit here, but yeah, without getting much else accomplished there, I would agree. I think I would probably like to see a 4-man push bottom. Well, Sonny was getting that camp and really put some pressure on, at least take out the healing wall to even up a little bit on the bottom, prepping for the next objective here.
All right, so they are split. Falstad can come back in. All the alts are up and available on the side of Woodley Express. We do have a 20-second cooldown left on that mosh pit, but one good W and encore, that thing will be back up off cooldown. But, you know, Woodley Express ahead in the soak game, 8 kills to 5, so 20's just about to come online. So, you know, if Liquid Metal wants to press the advantage, I think now is the time.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where you look for it here. Just, you were talking, you know, a little passive will get you there. Falstad's looking up to try to get that, but Falstad maybe in some trouble here, sniffing this out, but now he's able to slide away. Didn't want to sit there and, you know, potentially go to a dance party himself there. So we're going to see 20s come online for Woodley Express. And now if you're Liquid Metal, you're looking at 20s and just look for a fight on that last objective down bottom here.
All right, and I like this play here. Gust is still up and available. We just kind of see Liquid Metal kind of pathing around, trying to get 20s. So I like the disengage here, not looking to take a fight down the Storm talents here at level 20. So good play. Sugarman needs to be careful here. Does eat a lot of that Lightning Bolt. Is going to be able to slide away, but they do lose that third and final fort. But they will be okay. Band-Aid is going to go ahead and sleep their way out of there.
Yeah, and you know, I think Woodley Express was hoping they maybe potentially get a kill there, force a fight there, but you know, fortunately they'll trade and just take that middle fort in instead.
All right, so just taking a peek here at the toys these teams are bringing to the fight. So Woodley Express is holding a heal camp and one turret, and I believe that's kind of the same. Yep, so both teams bringing enough toys to share with the class. So they are going to go ahead and try and take down this fort. They do have 20s. Interesting call here. So maybe this is where they want to try and end the game if at all possible. So 50% on that channel and climbing for the Wood League Express. If they do win this team fight, I mean, they can look to at least take down a keep.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't necessarily hate that call. You know, I would think probably would like it a little bit more had they been down 20s. They knew they were all bottom, but again, I'll hold that off here because now we're gonna look for a fight on the objective here. So we see Brightwing is just out on its own, looking at it out, but we see ETC get slid on. He goes ahead and it will disengage, kind of separate the variant out, teleport in, and the gust comes out. So you're losing the backline there. Cassie committing to drop a ball, lightning, chasing everyone down. Orphea looks to be going down here. Now Varian's getting a little bit of trouble, so you saw in the backline there. We're looking at Varian, and Carrion Sworn comes out. Varian just chopping away. Nice cleanse on the side of Malfurion there. Silence comes out. Twilight Dream, rather, from Malfurion, but I think that's going to end the fight there with Orphea down. I think we see Woodley Express just kind of go back and potentially look for the next engage here and give a little bit on the objective here.
Yeah, absolutely. So they are going to go ahead and step up here, leave him Brightwing to do the Lord's work on here. And this is what I wanted to see that a little bit earlier out of them. Maybe not confident enough just to try and push this. But you know what? It's only a Malfurion and a Mal'Ganis. I think they can step up here. You know, the wave clear isn't that great between these two, so just playing it safe, not looking to die. It's, you know, it's easier said than done when you're sitting here casting and watching the game. You know what, we are players as well, and you kind of get in these situations, and I don't want to necessarily say tunnel vision, but that's just kind of get focused on one thing. And you know, that's a nice thing about playing organized is, you know, everyone is in comms, and whether it's the right or the bad one. Cassie does need to be careful. In comes the Nova bot, does hit that gust. The slide does come out. The boot does mess up the leap there a little bit. Band-Aid is living here in this backline. The mosh pit does go off again, hitting 4 members, but out comes that internal feast. Sugarman does have to stop that channel to get out of that. Baronelli is just trying to finish off the kill onto the Varian there, but needs to escape that Eternal Feast as well. So a 3-for-1 traded there in favor of Liquid Metal. They do get the Triglov here, and let's see what they want to do with it.
Yeah, no, good fight there. I do like Sonya potentially going back there, although you know, it does leave no one there to kind of help siege up. But with 2 dead, I don't think that's the worst idea in the world there. But good fight, right? Again, it's like you said, we're starting to see Liquid Metal kind of have their way with these fights. Sonya's kind of isolating the backline there. ETC coming in next with the mosh pit, and so far it's working really well for them. Brightwing is looking also to kind of push them back into the mosh pit as well, kind of you know, hoping to dissipate some things there. But interesting call. Trikolov is now going to the middle here. You know, again, I don't necessarily think it's an awful play, but definitely not what I would probably have spent my time doing with Triglov at this with you know, a couple down. Definitely look for the bottom. That's gonna be a lot more pressure down there than just you know, eking out the middle there a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they did have 3 dead. I think this is the safe call. I think they're playing to like not lose the game here at this point. They did catch back up on kills on Soak, so I'd like the call here, evening it back up on structures. So just kind of, you know, reset, essentially a strong reset. I think is what we're having here.
Yeah, no, kind of like I said, evening out the game. So we're kind of back at square one here, where structures are the same. So we're gonna see every 3rd wave. We see our catapults come out now and wanting to play a little bit too. So. Yeah, so where do you go from here, Dax? Obviously, we're going to see them look to kind of pick up that support camp here, but you know, where do you kind of want the teams to start focusing now a little bit?
Alrighty, so as we do see this step up here, Falstad is working their way up, so in comes the channel, out comes the ring, the leap to follow up on top of it, and that mosh pit as well. Amazing gust to come out here. Stasis does get popped, but unfortunately, so right in the middle of that Eternal Feast, and the invade does come through for the side of Wood League, but that was a 2-for-2 trade. So now it looks like both teams will head to their respective turret camps. Cassie was maybe looking to invade, but did see the enemy team there. As for Wood League, I'd like to see them rotate bottom. That's where that lane is pushed out. But again, they don't have their tank or their healer, so I think they just kind of play the safe route and get the camps. And as we see, the same thing coming out from the side of Liquid Metal.
Yeah, absolutely. And Feast on Fear right there doing a lot of good work. I think, unfortunately, Brightwing kind of got caught right at the edge of it. And, you know, kind of that 50-50 line, we'd have to kind of draw to see exactly where it was sitting at versus where Feast on Fear was. But, you know, good plays coming out of both teams there. A nice mosh pit again. But, you know, unfortunately, Feast on Fear kind of zoned out the backline from really getting in there and helping out ETC with his rock party.
Yeah, absolutely. Casey Core, another one. Glad to see you, buddy. I am glad you are here. Big ol' oof coming out from Crizzo. So I like this call. No, I guess the other two members are coming in. I mean, I think with Sonya, Cassia did go Q build, but Jaina is now up as well. So between at least Sonya and Jaina, the siege damage, to be able to kind of remove a building quickly is really strong on the side of Liquid Metal.
Yeah, I think so, but I also think a little bit of the fear, right? We just see looking at 20s here that were picked up. Falstead took the epic mount, so he's able to fly around the map pretty quick here. And with Gus being up, it's you know, definitely no fun being in that that Gus towards the edge and kind of getting locked in there with all the control that we see on the side of Woodley Express here. So I don't necessarily hate it, but yeah, I would agree. I think they're playing a little bit safe at the moment here.
Yeah, so just taking a look at these level 20 talents here. So we did go ahead and get Bolt of the Storm, so ETC will be able to teleport onto the backline and get that mosh pit. The Infinite Ball Lightning, love that ability here. But the Alone in the Dark, secretly good at talent. You know, even after the ult is finished, it puts the whole enemy team asleep. So absolutely love that talent coming out from Malkian. So we do need to be careful. But unfortunately, the bad thing about sleep is like any sort of damage will wake them up. You know, so even one tick of Eternal Feast will kind of ruin that wombo combo there.
Terminal activated.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we're going to see Liquid Metal go ahead and then decide that they want to cap the point first here. So I don't hate that play. We just need to be a little bit careful. Paul said again, pretty easy to come in and gust people and isolate them, especially with 3 of them hanging out on the backside of that objective there.
All right, Silver Arrow, you are correct. The score is so even right now. Yep, 24 is about to come online for it. Liquid Metal kills in terms 11-11, but Sugarman getting the vision for the team. Jaina needs to be careful, shouldn't be the one running in there, but amazing gust, but coming out to disengage that leaping Sonya. They do go ahead. They didn't pick up the turret. The Silence is going to come out to disengage anything that ETC wants to do. Still Silence taking all of the damage, does hit the mosh pit, not connecting to anyone, does go down, does not have the death mosh, but they do pick up the invade on that turret, and it's a 1-0 in favor of Wood League Express there.
Yeah, no, like you said, yeah, Jaina, I think wanting to step up there a little bit, but you know, she probably does. You don't want to be tanking with Jaina, right? In that instance there, and I think unfortunately they got caught out, and EDC just kind of played a little bit of the price there for it. But you know, good hold and good fight there. These choke points, I think they're, you know, half a dozen one way, 6 for the other on who actually benefits more as a team wise on these small choke points there, and this time having to go to the side of Wood League Express.
Yeah, I mean, I think to that point there, where I think Jaina does have the ice block, so she can kind of step up. I mean, it was the heads-up play to like, hey, they capped this, we got to get on this point. But yeah, I just think these silences coming out from the Malfurion are just absolutely just wrecking everything that Liquid Metal wants to do.
Oh, Brightwing, oh, good one there. And nope, Brightwing is going to go ahead and go down there just with the Emerald Wind, and not able to really do a whole lot once you get stuck in that route from.
Oh no! In comes the gust. Oh my goodness! Out comes Eternal Feast. We do see that sleep and a double root. Down goes Jaina. I still had her toggle, unfortunately, but in comes the Windblade's Varian, and that is a 3-0 kill coming out here. I think you can end here, friends, but they're gonna go ahead and maybe try and finish this channel here.
Yeah, no, good, and that's that Falstead play, right? Kind of looking at heads up, a short flight, really quick, and able to isolate really well into that. Cassia tried to do her best, but you know, 1v5 or 1v4 doesn't really go so well for one character there. So good heads up play and good engage on the side of Woodley Express.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna see Falstad go ahead and fly up top to just push out this wave. I don't know why the camera keeps trying to snap back to there because I'm still attached to Jaina. Let me click that. Oh no, I'm just bad at life. I'll just click this little minion guy real quick, and then that will just fall off. So Triglav gonna go ahead and try and end with this. I think we do see Brightwing is going to go ahead and hypershift into the match here. So I do think 2 dead for another 6 seconds, so we could see a strong defense. You know, all 3 keeps still up and available, so the core is still invulnerable. But here we go, the Triglav, level 25, should be able to make quick work of this. But having the tank and the burst damage dealer in the Triglav will make it a little hard for the backline. We do see Liquid Metal does get the teleport back, looking to slide, does not slide, does hit that mosh pit, unfortunately not connecting to anybody. Down goes Sugarman. I like the attempt there, but unfortunately not able to connect with anyone. So Baronelli is on the run, the damage is here, and comes the Triglav, going to go ahead and take down that Brightwing, and just using the Triglav to their advantage here is Wood League Express. That Fly does come in, does hit that gust, pushing back the other members, looking to, oh, beautiful ice block coming down. I don't know if it's going to be enough to keep that Jaina alive. Unfortunately, no, it's not. We do see Sonya looking to spin and win. All hands on deck. We see Windblade's Varian on this core, and it is falling quickly, and I believe that will be GG's endgame number 1, going over to Wood League Express.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I like what ETC was trying to do, right, with the tank and one of the primary damage dealers out of play the Triglav. It's a good idea to go ahead and just flank around, look for a couple easy kills in the backline there, but they were looking for it, and ETC just couldn't quite get in position to lock down the fall set to prevent a interrupt.
Yeah, absolutely. So taking a quick look here at these stats. I lost everything in Soothsayer. What in the world? Alrighty. Well, let's get this re-updated here. But take a look here at the stats. Or what stands out to you?
Yeah, I think the big one, right? We're looking at battles of XP contributions, and Sonya, keeping the team in the game with soaking 28,000 experience, almost we'll call it 28, and a little over half there. But Falstad doing a really good job doing Falstad things, right? You look at his siege damage, which again, it's pretty good there, but he did a good job playing the global game there, and really did a good job kind of soaking and playing that kind of offlane role that the team needed to fill there. So good job to both those players on getting soak out there.
Yep, absolutely. So I mean, that's the nice thing about those late game games, like the long games, level 25 style games. You get to pad your stats for Stats in the Storm that comes out on Tuesdays. Look at that soak, 28k, 26k coming out respectfully. That's some like Towers of Doom double soak all game type XP. So well done there for both of those offlaners. Damage. I mean, both these teams did a fantastic job, really back and forth, really came to play. But again, I think the Malfurion for me was my MVP for game 1 with those silences.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to see that power in the team play around that, right? On get one person locked in and then very charging in, slowing them. And they just had enough on between Falstad and Orphea to really put the hurt on whoever got caught up there.
Yeah, all right. Let's take a quick peek here at these talents. I know we talked base on talents throughout the entire game, but anything standing out here that you want to touch base on before we look to head into game number 2?
No, again, this is, I think, the first game I co-casted rather with you that I've seen Malfurion come out there, and so I do like the Shando's Clarity along with the Revitalize for Malfurion, really kind of boosting that mana giving there, and also letting him kind of get some free mana back just by being friendly and giving his fellow teammates that. So beyond that, I think, to me everything kind of looks as far as I can see, a bit more normal looking here. Brightwing, I guess, Emerald Wind has its place. I don't know necessarily if that was the play on this one per se. I get the reasoning for it, but I just don't know if it provided as much value late game when Brightwing, you have the one burst heal, and after that, it's really nothing you can do at that point in time. And teleporting in allows you to kind of hop in and out and get out of some sticky situations there if your team's around. So, but beyond that, no, I don't see anything too crazy here, Dax, that stands out to me.
All right, so neither did I. Yeah, absolutely, Captain, in the chat. Well played from both those teams. But as we wait here for the lobby for game number 2, I mean, so looking at that, do you think we can see any changes in the target bands there?
I think it depends on what map we go to, Dax. I don't know if we see the fall set come out again. I think that was a really good play on their side. I don't think there's much necessarily in the way of other ones, but Falset, just at this point, if they go to big maps like that, Falset's really good, and global on those big ones, it's always a big thing. So potentially a Falset, and on the other side, I think we maybe probably see a Sonya get banned out here. She was pretty oppressive on that backline when the leaps were hitting there mid to early late game there on the side of Liquid Metal.
All right, so it looks like they didn't post the lobby, but they're going to send me an invite, and then I'll just send it right over to you. But yeah, I honestly, I think Sony is still first pick, first ban worthy. I think Leap really played a good part in a lot of those team fights there. But the same thing with Malfurion. That was a strong Malfurion, and depending on the team comp, if you've got to be close quarters fighting like Liquid Metal was, you got to kind of just be careful with that silence.
Yeah, absolutely. So going to Curse Hollow. So again, yeah, to that point, I think we look at potentially a false head ban here. Even Brightwing perhaps maybe not getting played or early pickup here, and maybe we get some fun cheekiness, some Dahak action here, or even my favorite Lost Vikings. Really good play on that soak game here.
Yeah, absolutely. Another fantastic Sonya map is going to be able to game hosted. I'm confused. Okay, so all right, so then I did opt for that. Willard, audio was a little low. I was looking at my second screen, so I kind of had head turned, so that may have been why. I was trying to just update some stuff there. So let me know if that is a little bit better. I'm more so talking into my mic now at this point instead of having my head turned. But if not,
gotta get that mount for it, Dax, and just let it rotate with you here like a full VR.
Oh my goodness! Do they make like a soda drink hat with like a microphone? I guess I could just like wear like a necklace, just have it hanging here. That would be pretty.
I gotta get that production value up here, Dax.
I am pretty terrible. So, so here we go. So if we are heading to Towers of Doom, what's going on here? Looks like some wrong people are joining the lobby here, but that's okay. But Cursed Hollow picked by Liquid Metal. They want that macro map to come out here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cursed Hollow is where we're going to see that at, right? A huge map here. Lots of opportunities for pushing, bossing. 2 bosses on this map on opposite corners. Your typical siege and your bruisers as well. Lots of good timing for it. Really, like, this is probably one of the definitions of like a macro heavy, kind of intensive map here for sure.
Update the score. Did it not update? It should have updated. I'm not sure what's going on with this. Looks like not sure why it's not updating here. Good old Soothsayer. Let me just restart that. Can just be an issue. Soothsayer. I know I did lose everything. I don't know why it reset.
Everybody wants to play in the team here, Dax.
Alright, yep, absolutely. It's just everyone wants to jump into that. So hopefully, like I said, we're stalling. We're doing a great job stalling, trying to see if I can update this. Thank you for the follow, Willard. Thanks for the follows coming out. Min, hello. Thanks for being here. Let's see, D-Nasty. Yes, I'm not sure what's going on with Soothsayer. Not sure why it's updating. I can't even... Okay, so it didn't even... Weird things going on here. Weird things. So there's even a 30-second delay, so like I can't even see it on my end on the stream. So hopefully that takes care of it. All right, we are kosher as a hot dog, so let's get into this. Oh man, you know what? It's the finer things in life, I suppose. Is that we can worry about the score a little bit later. So I have 2 renditions open. That's just fun.
I remember my first time casting as well, Dax. It was a good time.
Right? Absolutely. Great studio production quality here coming out from me,
Oh.
everybody. But no, I appreciate everyone coming out here, supporting your teams, and the NGS itself. So nice little baby twerking emo as we head into the draft here.
So, Dax, I gotta say, I was listening to Into the Nexus today. I think you got a shout out on there today, man.
Did I? You know what? I didn't get a chance to. So usually when they go live here, I'm usually still working because they go live at like 3 in the afternoon Eastern time, and then I usually listen to it on Fridays. So I'll do a lot of my paperwork. But not sure what they shouted me out for. But
Yeah, I think it was there, or maybe even it might have been last week's episode. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Like we talked about this. It was a confusing run today, so who knows what was happening in there. I'm pretty sure I heard Kyle give you a shout out there on the cast.
okay, that could have been. Well, actually, that may have been because we did cast their match last evening, so that may have been that particular one there. But no, they are a great group of people. I'm always pining for some extra HOTS content. I'll move the mic a little bit closer to my face there, D Nasty. Not sure what's going on with that today because all my levels are still the same from yesterday. But here we go. Nothing changing in that first band. Jazzy coming in with the rate of 29. Jazzy, thank you so much. Hopefully, I think you were casting in-houses. If I believe, did I see that you were casting some CCS in-houses? If not, I apologize. Hopefully your cast went well. Glad to have you here. So there is that Sonya band. We do see that, the Respect band coming out, and I don't blame them at all. Just Sonya is in a strong situation in a strong place right now, especially on this particular map.
Yeah, absolutely. Just on the 1v1, I don't think you really have anyone that's much better than Sonya if you're looking for a good bruiser. And we see Falstad Band coming out there as well. So, man, I gotta tell you, Dax, I think I might take that profit name from you here. I think I might have called at least 2 of those 3 bands here, or 2 of the 4.
So you were casting with NGS. Okay, so I think you were casting with Goon. Savahe, hello, Luminaire in the chat. Welcome, everybody, from Jazzy's stream. We are heading right into a game 2 here in this Division E West matchup. So gonna go ahead and lock in that Malfurion first pick overall. When I first started playing this game, I think Malfurion was the first ban hero, so it feels some real nostalgia coming out right now. So Tick Pick is gonna go ahead and pick up that Cassia. It worked for him last game. Why change it now? And then go ahead and pick up that Diva this time.
Yeah, and Band-Aid again, grabbing that Mal'Ganis here. We'll see what's coming out next, but again, that combo worked really well for him. In the middle and late game there, so we'll see. I think we expect to see something similar come out here, but no real good stall heroes picked yet. I know Malfurion kind of get there as well, but nothing really to solve that curse. And then Orphea coming back out as well, so I think we may potentially see a pretty similar comp coming out from the side of the Wood Leagues here, Dex.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a really strong Orphea supporter. I know certain people don't like Orphea, and maybe up in the higher leagues she's not that great because she can kind of be easily countered with some blinds and some hard CC. But I absolutely love that hero. She just literally just pushes out insane amount of damage. And there's that Murky. So there must be a strong Murky player on the side of Wood League Express here to see, especially Gazlowe as well, to see both those bands coming out here in game number 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm kind of wondering maybe I don't know. You didn't do the thing, but looking at who's left out there, I know we have Swap, so it could potentially be maybe High Admiral I'm thinking maybe flexes onto that.
All right, so Kerosene does get picked up here, not banned this time. They did go ahead and ban that Johanna. So having one more pick up here. Still need a main tank and a mage or some more burst damage maybe. Nope, I'm gonna go with that Lunara. So just a ton of poke damage. Not necessarily poke.
Yeah, no, I think Lunar has good enough poison to really kind of accessorize, I think, maybe on some slow action here, right? kind of slow them down, let them kind of get up and chase on there. Karazim, as a healer slash pretend DPSer that he tries to be there in that monk build, can really put out a lot of damage there, especially on the tanks when they're slowed down. So, interesting to see. But again, we see Varian come out and Tychus coming out. We replaced that Falstead there, so really looking to chunk those tanks down. And Tyrael also, you gotta love to see Tyrael come out here.
I am super excited for this. Love to see a good Tyrael player. Will probably go holy ground. Going to be able to provide some zone clear, or I guess not necessarily clear, but zoning with that Q talent come here in the later part of the game here. So looking at these two drafts, do you favor either one more than another?
As well as it worked, for the Wood League on game one, I don't necessarily know. They have a good team fight, but if we see a lot of macro come out, I don't necessarily think they have a lot of good way to necessarily stop a lot of that. Varian, I expect kind of flex into that twin blades again here. So I might have to get it up to the liquid metal here at the moment.
Alrighty, well, you know what? We will figure it out as we go here. So go ahead and we're going to get started. I'm actually going to go ahead and get started on the right-hand side this time just to throw a wrench into things. So on the right-hand side, looking to end this here in a 2-0 fashion is Wood League Express. We do have Band-Aid on that Mal'Ganis Novabot on the Tychus. I'll just take a peek here. We got Ice Queen back on that. Orphea, I love the train here. Saralath on the Malfurion. And who did I miss? High Admiral back on that Varian. And how about the left side here, Punisher?
Yeah, perfect. Up in the top lane, we have Birinelli on Diva. We have Tick on the Cassia. We have Pad Zero on Lunara. Sugarman on everyone's favorite angel, Diablo. Tyrael, rather, from Diablo. And then also from the Diablo universe, we have Karazim being played by Bad Monkey. You threw me off too much there, Dax. Got me all confused and flustered here.
Sorry, buddy. So, yeah, just curious on what, the Karazim will be able to provide here. I'm just worried about all the damage that Wood League Express is going to be able to pump out into that Karazim. Now, he may go Palm, which can save at least one person, and we even maybe potentially have Sanctification. But, their damage isn't necessarily there. Now, I could be proven wrong here, but, Cassia can put out a ton of damage as well. And I guess if she does go Q build, it's more of a mage style build. All right, thank you, Casey, for the game scene. We apologize. We just got some names. All these teams just rotating safely here, not missing a whole heck of a lot. We just missed those beginning credits. That's all we're missing here. But Jazzy, you're casting with Savahe. Oh, fantastic. I hope to rewatch that VOD. I love it when you two cast together. Fine quality work there. But if everyone in the chat here isn't already following Jazzy, I would recommend that. One of the best casters I think that NGS does have to offer, and then Savahe getting in there as well. Great streamer, but she does some casting as well. But yeah, go ahead and follow both of those lovely ladies.
Yeah, and we see camps right away being picked up in a really good fashion here from Wood League Express. Again, kind of showing off that macro game knowledge here, taking the Giants first and working on that siege camp. And then we see Karazim trying his hardest to really start clearing out those Giants on his own as well.
Alrighty, so we do see these Giants down here in the bot lane. Tychus is trading into Lunara pretty well, but in comes Cassie on that rotation, maybe to try and help clear this a little bit. But yeah, both these teams don't necessarily have the greatest camp taking ability. Orphea can do it. She did go trait build, so at level 1 we'll be able to do the extra damage as long as she starts with that E. Here we go. We will see Liquid. We do see the mech go down. Pings are coming out. In comes the teams, both rotating here into the mid lane. We do see just that awesome level 1 talent on the Emerald Dreams coming out from the Malfurion here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Tychus staying down the bottom lane. I think it's a good call here, Dax. I know we'll see a lot of value. Maybe he's leaving now to go ahead and go up. Looks like he is there, but necessarily you need three of these tributes to get a curse, and giving away the first one usually isn't the worst idea in the world if you can find your soak elsewhere.
Yeah, it looked like he was mounting up, but it looks like he's going to just stay down here. So it does look like we have Woodley Express just opting to go ahead and just forego the first one. We just see High Admiral a little bit low, trading not so well into this Diva. He is going to have to back, does not have tap available, waiting for Ice Queen to come back and be able to help clear this. But he says, LOL JK, let's go in on this. So Baronello going to go ahead and get chunked down a little bit, does have the mech explosion. So we'll be just fine up here in the top lane.
Yeah, absolutely. And Seven's coming line first for Woodley again, kind of because of that Tyga staying down there and foregoing that curse. But, it's a big map, so not a lot of team fighting here, so not much you can really do with that 7 advantage at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and see next tribute spawn. In the meantime, also, Liquid Metal go ahead and picking up their Bruiser camp, which will be pushing mid, albeit close. Still a good camp to go ahead and start pushing middle if they commit to, trying to stall this out on the side of Woodley.
Absolutely. So serve tip pick needs to be careful. In comes the sleep, but not quick enough on that channel. Sugarman does step up here, so lacking a little bit of hard CC here is going to be Liquid Metal until at least level 10 if Tyrael does go Judgment, but Baronella is going to rotate in here about quarter health, but probably just looking to step up and provide some space with the Steven Mech Bomb. But that sleep does come out. We do see Tyrael is going to be able to blink out of the action, but trying to step up, provide shields for the team and the movement speed.
Yeah, and like you mentioned earlier, I think just with all the damage there, I think we're going to see Carrot Team have a really hard time trying to heal everyone up here. Tyrael's so low he can't go back in. Getting chased up top there. Varian and Mal'Ganis looking to try to take them out up top there, but we see that Lunara's a little bit low as well. We're going to get chased down, but I think we're going to see just the Liquid Metal retreat here and give this second curse to the side of Woodley.
Yeah, a lot of scrapping, a lot of low health bars, but not able to secure any of those kills. So well done from both those healers.
No, absolutely. And we see that, the Bruiser camp on the side of Woodley there did a lot of good work middle of that entire time. Had about a minute with the minion wave, and they were able to take wall and both towers down.
Yeah, absolutely. Leaving poor Malfurion here to clear that mid lane. We do see 3 members up here in the top lane trying to just bully Diva a little bit. We do see Varian gonna go ahead and take that Giants camp with no problem at all whatsoever. But the thing about the Twin Blades Varian is he did go second win, so they do need to keep an eye on Varian because he will be able to solo camp, the boss here at any particular moment. But I like this call here coming out from Liquid Metal to push pretty difficultly pretty hard here in the bot lane. They are going to go ahead and get this wall. The objective is on their half of the map and down here in the bottom.
Yeah, and I would like to see, I think we'll have 10s maybe pop up here beforehand for both teams here. I know that Woodley has it right now. Liquid Metal looking for 10s here, but they have to be careful. Right, 10s are a big advantage here, and 10s do just pop. Now we see it starting to skirmish here. Kerosene going in, kind of hit on that Varian, and he backs out really quick.
Absolutely, and then there it is, Casey Court calling that judgment, but out comes that Eternal Feast, and then another Amazing Silence coming out from that Malfurion. He does give his life for it. Great stasis coming out from the Mal'Ganis to disengage that ball of lightning. And that is 2 members 4-1 in favor of Liquid Metal. The chase is on. Ice Queen getting poked down from this. Lunar should go down, and she does lose her life. Pad Zero does step up, but needs to be careful. We might see the protection coming out from the Variant. These teams are trading Lunara awfully low, but the Sugar Man will go down here, lose his life. Does have that explosion, but Variant has Protect, should be okay. But a little late on that particular one. Great sleep coming out from Band-Aid onto the Cassie here. We'll trade the one for one here, so just an all-out bloodbath here. Let's see, Nova bought at sub 100 health, but the channel didn't go off yet. And looks like Kerosene is going to go ahead and start this. We do see Malfurion try to stall this, does get the blink over the wall, and there we go, another staggered death.
Yeah, we see that. A really good job. But again, looking at this game here in Dax, a lot of kills coming out, but we see the Giants just kind of having work bottom and almost losing bottom 4 to just that, early level Giants. It's kind of I think an okay trade for the Wood League here, getting a lot of work done on that bottom.
Yeah, this is an intensely macro heavy map. I mean, as I said, The next one they do need to be at first. They have to be at this tribute first to make sure they don't give it over. But again, at the same time, like, they don't really have necessarily a ton of siege damage on the side of Liquid Metal, so they will, they will fare okay. They do have the attack speed coming out from material, so Lunar will be able to do what she can, as well as Cassia. But here we go. They are setting their sights onto this top fort. The rest of the team from Wood League Express will step up here. Variant is showing the bot lane, so they do know they are split. We do have D.Va here in the mid lane, and Orphea on the rotation back up top, but changing her mind here, maybe trying to push out mid a little bit.
Yeah, and we're going to see Varian probably go ahead and get this, this bottom keep down here. I think the minion wave might be able to get it, but Varian's just going to make quick work of that on his own here. And so we're going to see him potentially go up here. But yeah, to your point, they're in position, but they're, I guess both teams are a bit late, so it's a bit of an awkward split here. Looking for a gank middle here. Kerazine's going in. Tyka's getting the grenades out there. Looking for a sleep. They missed the sleep. Mal'Ganis is going in and swiping away, and he just is going to walk away here. D.Va kind of playing that tank role, keeping everyone separate. Judgment comes in on Malfurion. Varian goes in. Silence comes out. Silencing Serial. Pop comes out on D.Va. Serial goes down from Mal'Ganis with Carrion Swarm. D.Va's down as well. At least the mech is, and we're going to see potentially Baby D.Va go down here too if Varian gets on her. It looks like he is going to be able to get interrupted there, and we'll see Cassie now gets rooted, slept, and chomped away. High Admiral is looking to do some work back there, but again, a good split coming out, and I think that's going to be all we see as far as kills here. So a 2-for-1 or 2-for-none trade on the side of Wood League Express here.
Yeah, absolutely. They will lose the top one to those Giants. The bot lane was pushed out really well, so this is a great job from Liquid Metal getting these lanes pushed out before the curse. So they did lose 2 members there, but at the same time, they were able to at least get something done here. So able to claim 2 forts, if not 3, but they're going to spend the rest of the time of this curse going ahead and take this boss. I think they can get some value elsewhere on the particular map, maybe get the 3rd and final fort in the mid lane, but this is a safe call. They will be able to get this boss and have it pushing. They might be able to do the double boss play and put Wood League Express in a different situation, in a hard situation here, but not necessarily, because they can kind of come up and defend this boss. They have to know that it's coming.
Yeah, I mean, they look like they had vision in the middle, but we got that caster vision, so we see everything here. But yeah, they're gonna forego that, clear boss out, and we're gonna see potentially a free boss. Well, maybe not. We see Malfurion, Mal'Ganis, and Varian making their way up here, leaving the primary damage dealers down bottom, clearing that boss out.
So maybe they're looking on the rotation here, maybe thinking that they will come down here next, and that's what they will do. I like this call coming out from Liquid Metal here. Gonna go ahead and just push this middle, get this 3rd and final fort.
Yeah, absolutely. The boss is pushed out enough. You got D.Va up there where if they wanted to, they can now potentially either look to push this in or, split lanes or push with boss. And looks like they're going to go ahead and opt to potentially push with the boss here.
Alrighty, so here comes the team. They do throw out that internal feast to provide some zoning. Out comes the D.Va mech as well. We do see Band-Aid is going to go ahead and sleep. Gets caught into that D.Va mech, but does get judgmented on. And a well-timed ult coming out from that Mal'Ganis. Does live, does jump behind here, but Malfurion stepping up to kind of help Pia with that silence. Does lose their life for it. The laser drill does come out as well, but unfortunately with Tyrael and that shielding, they make quick work of that as they set their sights here on this keep. Keep is at half health. Baronelli does go ahead and lose the mech, but that's all they will lose there in that particular team fight. And just a good strong defense coming out from the side of Wood League Express.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a little unfortunate again, Malfurion, one of the things he can't do is really well is a lot of quick burst healing, right? He relies on Moonfires to get his heals out, and just when you're slowed stunned, it's kind of hard to click all the buttons to move out, and we saw that the result of that there.
Alright, so in comes that Lunar Wisp, getting vision of the enemy team. Oh, so important, as she heads over here to take these Giants herself. Both teams in position here. So again, for both of these teams, this particular tribute doesn't necessarily make a difference or not, so they're just going to opt to grab their camps, get some more macro pressure here.
Yeah, we'll just see that happen here. It looks like we're to go ahead and allow Woodley to go ahead and grab this, but Cassie is making her way in. Has to see the Varian there, going to get potentially maybe rooted, but she gets out of there pretty easily and decides that was just all for show.
Yeah, absolutely. So Varian did go the Banner of Stormwind in the first game as well. Don't normally see that particular one. I mean, makes sense. You can kind of help secure kills, get closer, and get that charge off. But normally you see the spell power to increase the damage and the healing from the other members around you. But you know what? It worked for them last game, and I don't expect them to change it a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Giants push the top. I do like this call mid here, right? You got the with the Bruiser camp, we do have the spell armor as well for the team, as long as that back mage caster looking dude is alive here. So good call. We're gonna take that wall out, and that's about all they're gonna get here mid. They're okay with that, and they're gonna go ahead and just position for this next tribute here.
Absolutely, and they do have a half of a giant still pushing up here. Hi, Admiral. We'll make just clear this off in 1 or 2 quick swipes. So I do expect them to kind of forego this one, just being a little bit late clearing that camp. Just give the first one, the second first one, I guess per se, for Liquid Metal.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking at around the map here again. Fairly painted blue at the moment. About one more giant camp available, which it looks like we're going to go ahead and see Novabot go ahead and start this camp here, with everyone else helping to commit to clearing those giants out here. But by doing that, they are giving top here, and Liquid Metal just deciding that, you know what, this is a free keep for us. Might as well just take advantage of this.
I was expecting Sugarman to step up and maybe Judgment that lone Malfurion there, but they, you know what, they're making the smart play. They go ahead and take the keep and get out of there. Bosses are up and available in about 41 seconds for their own, and about 1.5 minutes for the invaded one.
Absolutely, and we'll probably see a Ravenlord tribute here popping up. So, looking at this now with that top keep down on the side of Woodley, we're not going to see a catapult come out every wave, which at a certain point, that's going to start stacking up here really quick. But I'll let Dax get back to it and start casting this action happening down below here.
Not a problem. A fantastic sleep coming out from the wombo combo of that Malfurion and the Mal'Ganis here. Diva Bomb does go off. We do see the Science come out as well. But speaking of Malfurion, he does go down in the backline. Ice Queen doing the best that she can to trade into this fantastic 1v1 that the Orphea does have. She does go down to the explosion and the constant punches from the Kerosene here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Liquid Metal is not taking this match line down here. They're coming out full force, and that's a 3-for-1 trade. So with that, we're gonna see bosses come back up, and with this, I wouldn't mind necessarily seeing the stacks. Potentially not in combination here. Death timers are still a bit short by the time you make your way up top here, but again, I think we look for a double boss here, perhaps, on this to kind of keep the map pressure on.
Sure. Just writing down some notes here as we head into this. So they all do back, probably assuming that it's probably quicker to rotate up to the boss if they all back. Versus rotating. It takes about 11 seconds. I'm not sure what the rotation is from base to this boss, but that is a good call from you. That's what they go ahead and do. Lunar will be able to put a bush where it is. Oh, that was a really weird quick leash from that boss there.
Yeah, unfortunate, but I think they'll still have enough to kite this down here. But Varian's looking to come in here and scoping this out, but this is a good play by Liquid Metal here. They're really zoning this out. But again, we see Varian coming in. Varian's getting slowed by Lunar, just doing work with all that poison damage coming out. Sleep's trying to come out. Doesn't hit anyone. Nice silence coming out from Malfurion to ruin Imperial's day on that judgment. Imperial goes down. Orphea coming from behind. We see the Beast on here come out. Boss is leashed. However, Nova going in. Nova really taking down that Lunara. And Kerosene's going to go ahead and just walk out of here with Cassie, and Diva's kind of stuck in this middle spot here. We see Diva Mech go down and potentially a Diva kill coming out here. Palm comes out a little bit early. And I think Bad Monkey is going to take a death for that one. And so a nice trade out there. Curse comes up for Wood League here. And, with this deck, you got Boss pushing Cord. You someone back to do that, but they're going to try to get as much as they can done here with the Curse up and 3 people dead.
Yeah, I mean, bottom is pretty pushed out, but I think that, this isn't a bad call. The wave is here. We'll be able to get some extra pushing done here, but they have access to the spot keep. The wall is still there. I would have liked to rotate there, but to your point, to get the maximum amount of pressure and macro done. I think this was the quickest rotation for them. So Tychus doing exactly that, stepping up to get that bot lane, pushing out, and taking the latter half of this curse. They're going to go ahead and rotate up on this boss.
Absolutely, and we may look for a defense here. My guess is probably not actually looking at this, right? They're still down Karazim. The boss, they still have their fort in the way here, so boss will probably end up taking a fort and potentially some work on maybe a tower's one of the wall or the wall on the keep there on the side of liquid metal here. But all in all, yeah, they did a pretty good job of trying to even out a little bit, but a lot of map pressure here. It's a big map, so you know, a little bit of work still to do here to catch back up on the side of Woodley.
All right, so Woodley is trying to get all of the macro, try to recapture the color red on this particular map, but you know what? They have an exposed core on the top and the bot lanes. I was expecting maybe a core call, or at least a show core to maybe show Woodley's hand on where they were at, but they are going to rotate up here with this boss.
Yeah, absolutely. And boss is down to, you know, roughly about half health right now. Those giants did kind of get caught and stay behind to help out and clearing this out. But yeah, we are essentially looking for a no fight there. So there was a 4v5. I might have looked like to see Liquid Metal look maybe try to take a fight with Tychus being down bottom here. But the safe place to get this boss down, and they were able to save the top keep there, or the top fort rather. So no extra catapults on the side of Woodley here start coming out and putting a little more pressure on the side of Liquid Metal. So good clear, really good clear, good rotations on that as well. So
yeah, I mean they knew Tychus was bottom. They wanted to engage, you know, post level 20 down a person. So I like that quick escape, not trying to get too much there, not trying to get too greedy. They still want to win this game. Looking to, you know, end it in a quick 2-0 fashion. So both these teams just really playing it safe, just trying not to get caught out. We do have what's left of this Bruiser camp pushing the mid lane here. But you know what? As for Woodley, I don't think they need to die to try and defend this core. Like only having one keep up and available, I don't think Curse really gets Liquid Metal anything of value. I mean, they might get the final keep. And you know, no minions walking at them, I guess, when they're in on the core, but it does not shut the core off. So we will see what happens here.
We got ourselves a fight brewing here. Tyrell Sanctification goes in. Malfurion just gets the silence off, but he just gets erased from the game. Tyrell pretty low on health here. Palm comes out, but in the backline, we see Lunara and Orphead duking it out here. Neither of them go down. Novobot's pretty low. He's running away, hoping to chase that Lunara out of the way there, and he's going to take Lunara down for the first kill on the side of Liquid Metal, but Liquid Metal does pick that up. Varian getting chased down here. Pretty low on health, but I think he's going to be able to escape here. Nope. Cassius says, not this time. He's able to take that down, and at this point, I think we're going to see a Judgment come out, looking for the Mal'Ganis kill to get that 3-1 kill here. Maybe Ice Queen's will look to go down. She might be able to escape. So we see 4-for-1 trade, and this at this point is looking to probably be game here.
I think so. You know, death timers being what they are post level 20s, Income Serial is going to pop that holy ground to try and disengage everything, but finding himself Ophulo with that Tychus here. But this court has at 50% and falling. And to your point, GG's. And game number 2 going over to Liquid Metal.
Yeah, no, a good scrappy play. You know, the Karazim, I was a little unsure about it at first, but he was just a really good nuisance for everyone, right? Able to hop in, dive out, get a few quick hits out, and then get back in, throw a heal out, and look to do that again. So I liked how that worked out for him, but the Devo was pretty oppressive as well with that. But, you know, again, I think really Karazim, or I'm sorry, Tyrael out there with Sugarman, really just put the work in and locked down that Malfurion. We saw a lot more attempts to get silences, but he just got dove on, and you know, at that point when healer goes down, there's really not much you can do there to, as far as, you know, getting out heals there if you're not running the double support. So that was a good play on their side, and I like to see that there, and we'll, you know, see what comes in with this hot series in game 3.
Yeah, I like the different style of draft coming out from the side of Liquid Metal. I think they realized that in game number 1, Malfurion was just able to do, you know, kind of whatever he wanted, was able to step up whenever he wanted, and just, you know, provide those silences. So they went full dive. They went, you know, Tyrael with the Judgment, Devo with, you know, she's just an automatic dive hero with the base kit. Lunara does have Leaping Strike. and Kersey, the Kersey makes sense. Like to your point that he can kind of blink into the back line, and they were just kind of point and click to remove Malfurion from the game, and just a lot of the team fights went south for Wood League from there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And yeah, I guess, and Lunara too, like necessarily a lot of the she can do a fair amount of damage, but I think a lot of the benefit from her is just the nuisance, the slows, and all that poison damage, right? If Malfurion's dead, even if you're not dying right away, that poison damage adds up over time, and the slows with that as well just are a really, really killer for trying to escape and getting chased down. So just your point, really good different draft on the side of Liquid Metal, and we saw them come back, and they were able to kind of put the herd out.
Yeah, all right, so let's take a look at some talents here before we head into game number 3. I saw some hype in the chat. Game number 3, love to see it. That's all what we're here for, more HOTS action on just what these teams want to come out with and where we're heading for game number 3. But yeah, like I said, just really excited to see Ethereal getting pick up here. But again, just essentially same team comp coming out from from Wood League Express, just minus the Falstad picking up the Tychus this time. But no, GG's and well done. Any talents you'd like to talk about, Punisher?
No, I don't think so. I was kind of debating whether or not I thought I forget what Malf's level 7 is, where he gets stunned and then he gets his reset down there. But I realized that you're gonna get that on Tyrael, and that's really the only time you're probably gonna see that come out there. So probably not the best talent to take there. May have helped him lock some more people down there, but no, for the most part, again, I don't play Tyrael a whole lot, so I'm not quite sure how that looks. That looks like a pretty oppressive judgment build when I see those 2 sprinters on the on the screen at 10 and 20 there. But no, yeah, everything looked really good. I like the Karazim pick there as well, like the talents that he's picked into to really kind of harass the backline. So yeah, I guess I'd said nothing beforehand, but everything it was just a good match that happened to go Liquid Metal's way with their builds here.
Yeah, absolutely. So the ball is now in Wood League Express's court, so they will be able to opt for first pick or map pick. We've had map pick both times, game 1 and 2 from Liquid Metal. So maybe they still continue to like that first pick, able to take that first pick, Malfurion. But maybe they have a map. Maybe they have a team fight style that they want to take us to maybe secure the 2-1 victory this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we'll go ahead. It looks like we have lobby up here. I think so, but yeah. So you look at that. If they're looking for a brawling map again, some of the other ones you can do. Potentially a good 2-lane map. So I don't know. I don't think BOE was banned out. Is that correct? So
actually no. So BOE is still up and available. So so actually we can jump over there while we wait. Hopefully, like I said, I'm having issues with Soothsayer this evening, so I'm not even getting that right now. So hold on, give me 1 second. I will close that again. So jump back to us. See if I can get the reset there on that. But no, I will fill everybody in. So we did see Raxus Holdout and Garden of Terror get banned, as well as Infernal Shrines and Towers of Doom. So we'll get the lobby. Actually, lobby is up. We are heading in here. So it will be Alterac Pass. Okay. It looks like the map was picked by Liquid Metal. So another macro-heavy map is going to get picked up here. So Wood League Express is going to opt for that first pick again.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alterac Pass again. Another one where not necessarily as macro heavy for either team here, but the key on this one is that mid camp, right? Just keeping that mid camp going, running through mid lane the entire game there, and when the objective comes up, you kind of forget that that's there. It's going to do a lot of work clearing out walls, and I've seen it take out a keep as well before with when being left unattended.
Yeah, so it's like, to your point, there's only one camp on this particular map. The last one had 2 bosses and 4 camps respectively. But hold on. But in game 1 on Volskaya, we saw the macro. In my opinion, the macro on the particular camps was better on the side of Wood League Express. Their team comp really wasn't, I don't think, designed for a map like Cursed Hollow. So maybe switching up here a little bit. If the Falstad is up and available, we maybe see them try and lock that in first pick this time since that is ready to go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It could be a good option there as well. Falstad, right now at the moment, he minus in my opinion being a little overtuned, but he's a high risk, high reward, right? So with him. So I think we will see that. But I think what we saw is a lot of lack of disengage, right? That they just didn't have any from game 1 to game 2 with Falstad. So I expect to see that banned out again as well. And potentially it's a hard pick, but I think that Diva play really kind of helped isolate and kind of keep them away from their backline there. So maybe we'll look at a potential Diva ban or get rid of that Charism again. I think both were pretty high nuisance players for them in the previous game.
All right, so hopefully this works. Like I said, I'm having issues with Soothsayer, so I don't even know if this will update. Fun stuff.
On the bright side, both teams won one game, so that's all.
So we are heading to game number 3 here. I lost my overlays now. Just give me 1 second here. Just try to get this reloaded back up.
Oh, looks like they're swapping around here for you. Good, good on them.
So let's update this. See if we can swap around. Jump on the starting screen. Looks like that's back up and alive. The casters. Okay, so that looks kosher this time. So we are 1-1. Okay, so whatever happened that particular time with that reset, it did opt to work. We are looking at good here. So jumping into the maps here, let's see if we get a map screen this time. Surprise, surprise, there it is. So if you are just joining up here a little bit late, so this is how we got to where we are at. Dax's camera's so crisp. Savali, thank you so much. Don't do anything different, just a standard Razer streaming camera. Clips right at the top. Casey Court, thank you for the fine comments. But yeah, so we did mention here a little bit. So Liquid Metal did go ahead and ban Infernal Shrines and Towers of Doom. Wood League Express banned the worst map in the game, which is Practice Holdout, and Garden of Terror. And games 1, 2, and 3 all went over to. Well, now they swapped. Hold on here. Hit that swap button. So games 1, 2, and 3 were all picked by the map picks were picked up by the side of Liquid Metal here. So hopefully the third is the final charm for them.
Yeah.
So getting the countdown here, we're going to head into the third and final draft of this Division E matchup here. Chugga chugga. Here comes the train.
Perfect. All right, Dax. So in a perfect world, what is your ultimate Alterac pass comp?
Ooh, perfect Alterac pass comp. I would love to see a Vikings, an Imperious, a Butcher, an Uther, and you know what? Any other mage will do. An Orphea.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just throw some Orphea in there. You have the Vikings just soak all 3 lanes, and then you just roam around as 4. I get them picks. If that were the dream, that would be my dream.
Oh, Dax, you gotta hook me up in some game then. Hook me up on that.
Listen, you're my Butcher player. You are 100% my Butcher player, and then I'll flex either Imperious or Uther, so either works just fine for me. Nin says, worst map, you must have had a bad Braxis experience recently. No, that's every time I play Braxis, it's a bad experience. Even if I win, I hate it.
Oh, man.
So we do see the Charism going to go ahead and get the Windmill Slam here this time, along with the Gaslow ban. So again, Liquid Metal just knowing what they don't want to play against. But Wood League did ban the Charism in game number 1, left it through there in game number 2, and they just kind of feel like that was, that was the deterring factor there. And I'm going to go ahead and ban it first this time.
And Falstad, all right. So not that Murky's early pick worthy, but Murky is still available now. I think he's been banned the first round of bans in both the first and second game. So we'll see what we get here. And Diablo ban coming out as well. So again, choke points. They really don't want to deal with that Diablo player today.
Yeah, absolutely. So there we go. First pick, Sonya. I'm all about it. All about it. I don't know if we have a Junkrat player amongst these mess. And you know who's been like secretly quiet here in this series? No picks and or bans is Chromie. This is a good Chromie map. Can stall out the objective. But there we go. High Admiral just one tricking Windblade's variant, I think, here.
Yeah, no, love to see it. And the Brightwing comes out too. So again, a good one for this map also here, right? Allows them to come teleport in really quick. Can also help kind of play that macro game a little bit as well. Soak and then teleport right back in.
All right, so we do see the Cassia pick up again. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Cassia is still a fantastic hero. Did see a little bit of nerfs, but she was a little overtuned. And then there we go. We do see Vala picked up. One of my favorite skins is that Mech Vala. Let's hope they have the sweet mount to match that. Because Skinergy wins games, everybody. But we do rotate into these third and final bans for both of these teams here. Let's see if we see some targets, like to Punisher's point. The Murky didn't get picked up here in this round, so we may see the third band here. But there is that Johanna band again.
Yeah, no, good bands there. And then, yeah, you know, I guess I am surprised in Murky there he is, not being able to play tonight. But yeah, definitely, you know, with Alterac, you have a lot of stall opportunity here, and so Cassia and Junkrat and Chromie, to that matter, is, you know, the best in the business at that. So kind of surprising we haven't seen either one of those picked up, but we got 5 more picks to see if they grab those in either one of the spots here.
All right, so going to be able to pick up that May. I like this pick. She does have a ton of zone potential with the Blizzard and the Icing, and then the Ice Wall. Great disengage if they want to run. Looks like they want to run Dive again, so May, if she does opt for the Avalanche, will have great Dive disengage there. And Ice Chromie finally getting picked up by the Ice Queen here.
There she be. And yeah, no, definitely one thing, you know, we can potentially look forward is a Ice Wall into a Sandstorm, right? To kind of help with the slows there. And I don't think that'll take necessarily effect, but a really good option for them to really put some hurt on people kind of trapped in the Ice Wall and then follow up on the big damage there. But Deckard coming out, and also Tyrael again making his appearance known. You know, I would expect a similar strategy, right? Judgment onto the healer, and you know, just kind of blow it up and say, "See you later, Brightwing. We don't want you in the game anymore."
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Brightwing does have the polymorph, and the Emerald want to disengage any of the dive here. So we do see Novabot going to go ahead and pick up the Jaina here. So opting for that double mage. I'm assuming that Jaina will be the pseudo offlaner for the team, and going to be able to really tear into the camp that is up and available.
Yeah, absolutely. Some interesting drafts here, right? Coming out, you know, we see the kind of a very similar draft coming out with the Vala making an appearance this time, and also instead of Lunar and then Sonya coming back out here. But yeah, Dax, who do you consider kind of has the better map draft here?
So taking a peek here, I mean, they have Brightwing, so they have the global. They have the blinds to deal with the Vala. Cassie's going to go Q build. But again, just they have the Brightwing this time, and I think that extra bit of CC and Peel might be the what Woodley needed maybe in game number 2 here. So I'm going to go ahead and lean towards Woodley Express, but you know what? We could come into the game here, and I could be proved 100% wrong.
That's part of my day, is proving you wrong.
Absolutely. And we wake up for it every single day. So, game number 3, both of these teams looking for that victory. On the left-hand side for Liquid Metal, we have Bad Monkey on the old Deckard Man, Pad Zero on the Vala, Sugar Man on the Tyrael, Sir Tick Pick on the Cassia, and down here is Brunelli just sporting that Sonya again.
Yeah, awesome. And then on, sorry, Dax, Woodley side here,
No,
we have
nobody.
Varian being played by Admiral for the 3rd time. We have Novabot on Jaina, Sarah Lath on the Brightwing, Band-Aid on May, and Ice Queen herself, or playing with the Pretend Dragon, Chromie.
Absolutely. Now, I do like the taunt on that particular skin of the Chromie. She does get that cool, glitchy-looking dragon. that gets the
Yeah,
roar.
absolutely.
So Jaina is fishing around here, maybe looking for a quick rotation, but we do see Varian and Sonya just already jumping into lane to catch some of that soak. Let's pull up some talents here and see what we got going on. Ice Queen did opt for Time Walker's Pursuit, so going to go ahead and gain that spell power and able to gain the vision from the enemy team. We do have Vala going to go ahead and go Q build. Yeah, a lot of the builds look the same so far.
Yeah, no, we'll see. Potentially, you know, Varian. I'm trying to see who's going to do this camp. It looks like we're going to have Brightwing and Chromie go ahead and start on the camp here, and Jaina is going to rotate top, and Varian decides that he wants to battle down with Sonya in the bottom lane here. So I like that swap there. I think it's going to be a little bit easier time for both Sonya, or I'm sorry, for both Jaina and Sonya to kind of, or Vala rather, to do their respective things here.
Yeah, it just makes sense that they trade. It was just both a disadvantageous matchup for both of those bruisers there into them. But making quick work of that camp is going to be the Brightwing and the Chromie. Gonna go ahead and jump right back into laning here. Cassia, a little slow at it. She can get the job done. But here we go. Going to be able to use a lot of resources. Deckard has to back now, has no mana. Cassie will be okay, and there we go. We do see Nova going to go ahead and lock down that Nova. Well done. First blood going over to the side of Woodley Express. Polymorph does come out onto Sugarman. Out comes that icing. But yeah, I think this team comp into the dive comp is a lot better on the side of Woodley. They do have Mei, who is a better catch-all type tank. You know, has no ice block for her own survivability. They have the Brightwing. You know, has the Polymorph. Just a lot of, like I said, just a lot more disengage or anti-dive coming out this time from the side of Woodley Express. So I like the counter ability in the draft there from them.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, third time's the charm here again. Twin Blades coming out for everyone's favorite, you know, favorite human variant here. Looking at other talents here, Chromie already cheating and getting her level 7s out of the way already with the Mobius Loop. Yeah, otherwise, Brightwing's looking a little more of a normal spec here, going the Poly Shift into the Polymorph build here as well, with probably another Shield talent on 7 if I was a betting man with Brightwing here. But yeah, beyond that, we're see camps come out again. So again, good timing on the side of Woodley, right? They're right on it and are getting that their camp out to start pushing mid while they look at potentially maybe going objective here.
Absolutely. So we do see Arcane Intellect going to go ahead and get picked up by the Jaina here. I've been seeing a lot more Arcane Intellect versus, you know, the standard Machine Gun Jaina, the standard Q build coming out there. So I'm going to go ahead and just dealing damage. It's going to... She'll be able to pump out more damage with the auto attacks and be able to sustain a little bit longer. Going to be able to return a lot of the mana and the cooldowns.
Yeah. Oh man, I got to tell you, in chat they're calling me out for calling the dragon. If she's a dragon, show me where she turns into one in this game here, buddy.
Not this particular game.
Whatever
Other than the taunt on that particular skin, she will turn into a dragon. There she goes. There you go. She got the vision. She flew over top there. That's Chroma. She's that time dragon. So able to successfully going to go ahead and get this channel. I thought Cassie was going to be able to get the stall there, but unfortunately not. So out in comes the taunt Varian, second guessing his life decisions. But the stun is going to come out there. Great job. So Cassie is a little low in the backline here. So in comes Mei with that icing. They do start cancel the channel on the objective. High Admiral is just living up front here in this line. The Polymorph is going to come out. And just the poke damage. And this looks like a different team coming out from the side of Woodley here. May does go ahead and jump on that particular backline to the channel from 3 members. But it looks like they want to get some of those kills, push them back a little bit more. So here we go. We do see Vala dying off in some very distant land. The Polymorph is going to come out, scurrying away. Is Sonya there a little bit. It is at 5 seconds and counting. We do see Sonya go ahead and get that chance. High Admiral's going to step up and cancel that as well. Sugarman finds himself low, does get out the smite there to continue to speed boost the team out of there. Sugarman's low, eats that Polymorph. And that might be it. High Admiral looking for that pick there. Does get the staggered kill onto Tyrael.
Yeah, absolutely. Good pressure. You know, and you know, Woodley coming out swinging here hard, saying, you know what, you guys kind of hit us in the mouth on game 2. We're gonna go ahead and give you that left hook on this start of game 3 here.
Absolutely. Not sure if anybody watches that's some sports ball, but they call that some smash mouth football. Both the teams coming out and just smack each other in the mouth. Love to see it. These are the games that I'd love to cast. And here we go. So we do see 3-on-3 here in the mid lane as these teams try to defend and push respectively for either side. Sugarman does step up here, but making quick work of this Rider, already at half health as he's wailing away there on the fountain. They should get the fountain, I think. Yep, there we go. Chromie is able to provide a ton of damage. Take a peek up here at the top lane. Novabot on this Jaina is stepping up very well. Tower aggro is on that Rider, but in comes the Fen. Cassia just has such good engage, but in comes the Hyper Shift onto Novabot. It is now a 2v1. The Polymorph does come out, the Brightwing Spit as well, but both of them are taking tower shots. But 10's now online, and yeah, they are able to get the top wall there.
Absolutely. Well done. Again, we see Brightwing doing the thing where they do not respect the 1v1 happening up in a lane there. So, but a good polymorph in again. I think Novabot walks out, but you know, looking for the kill there on Cassia. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite get enough damage onto Cassia there in time. So yeah, so we, like I said, Dax, we see 10's online, but we do see Avalanche there coming out. You know, for May, Brightwing is going with the Blink Heal this time as well. Chromie slowing Sands, we've seen that. Varian doing the Varian, going Shield Wall, and then Water Elemental coming out for Jaina here as well. So really kind of leaning into the slows, I think, to allow, you know, Varian to kind of swing those swords and chop down people as quickly as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to see at 13 if we get Varian to take... oh shoot, the name of the talent is escaping me, where he does more damage to shields with Decker. Gonna go ahead and go pushing of shielding at 4, and the shields provided by that Varian. He can get a lot of extra damage done. Is it Shield Breaker? Is that the talent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or shield, yeah, something like that. Shield Breaker, Shield Parry. So we have that, but yeah, also with Tyrael, right? Tyrael having kind of a lot of shield options available to him, and I mean, we see that take out Johanna's shield really quick. So I suspect the same would happen with the Tyrael engage there.
Yep. So we do see Judgment again. Rain of Vengeance coming out from the Vala Leap, Ball Lightning, and the old Stay a While and Listen.
Yeah. So nothing absolutely kind of blown my mind here. You know, the Judgment Leap combination looks to be pretty rough here. Jaina's in a really bad spot, so we're going to see the team go ahead and start engaging up. Nova in a bad spot. We see Brightwing Polymorph in. Jaina dives in. Leap comes out. Talon's Ball Lightning comes out, but they're going to be able to walk away there. Judgment comes in, but Tyrael, I think, made a big mistake there, but the Sleep comes out. Sleeping everyone. Nova pretty low health here, but Tyrael is going to go ahead and go down. We're going to see Cassia go down as well here, and potentially Bad Monkey is going to go ahead and go down with that Decker. He's not going to be able to run away because he is old. And so that's a 4-for-0 trade off the side of Woodley there. So nice counter engage. I don't want to think that was a calculated bait, but we'll say that was a wonderfully timed calculated bait on the side of Novabot there.
Yeah, absolutely, and this Brightwing going to be able to get that Hyper Shift in there and the Blink Heal to just make sure they were both topped off to survive that Tyrael explosion. But I like the play. The 13s were now taken by them. They do rotate for that boss. Objective is up. Great time trap coming out from Ice Queen there. Is going to be able to lock that down. I don't know if this... I can't fault them for going this play. I thought we maybe would have seen the double boss play, since... Liquid Metal does have to deal with this camp here in the top lane, but you know what? Why not take the easy objective?
Yeah, that's a fairly big rotation. Although I think Varian could do it. You know, had this you know, this objective been down in the lower south part of the map, I think that would have been a no-brainer and sent you know, Varian and Brightwing and maybe even a Jaina to go kite out that boss as well.
Nope, so Varian did opt for Mortal Strike, is going to be able to negate some of that healing. In comes Sugarman again, not looking to let this go. Great leap coming out from the Sony, locking down 3 members, and Stasis does get popped by Chromie. And Novabot back here to try and help peel this Sonya away from the Brightwing. Brightwing does have that movement speed, but in comes this Hyper Shift again, is going to... I didn't even see where she popped back up at. Okay, down here in the bot, there is the kill onto Vala, the kill onto Sonya, and a great disengage. They even get objective there, too busy trying to team fight there and not canceling that objective. Down 13s as well. Still don't even have 13s yet, but as I speak, I will it into existence. But just a great disengage team fight there from the side of Woodley Express.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see them all go ahead and head bottom here, leave Varian mid, and I like that call better there. Obviously with the bosses in the top and bottom lanes, that is the win objective. You want to get as much value there as you possibly can, but Varian decided his talents are better spent not in South Beach, but in the South lane. Go ahead and working on that tower chip down there.
And I like this heads-up play because they know that they took the top boss before they got the objective. So, any sort of picks here, having the level lead, they will be able to rotate down here on this boss. And that looks like they're doing. They just want this objective to end. So then maybe they can potentially go ahead and get this boss. But Cassia is stepping up a little bit. In comes Varian with the charge. The vision is out there as well, which is able to provide some auto attacks onto them from behind the wall. But there we go. And here comes the rotation onto this the bot camp. Or bot boss, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's a heads-up play. Like I said, middle kind of being left alone there, but again, mid lane at this point, not necessarily a huge impact there, but bottom with boss, they potentially could look to maybe with the walls down there and take the bottom keep on this map, take the first keep of the game here. But as everyone, for those who don't know with this map, right, they aren't able to. I guess the core regenerates, right, and it has shielding based on the number of keeps you have. So taking that one down doesn't necessarily mean in the game, especially with regeneration. But on this next couple objectives, it does become a bit more impactful with not having those available for you to help shield your core.
Right, absolutely. So they do beat the boss here. So trying to make quick work, some outcomes to stay a while. Listen, not able to connect onto any members of Wood League Express. So that is one huge ultimate down. We do see the Holy Ground is trying to just push the enemy team back, but that, like you said, great avalanche coming out, disengaging 3 members of Liquid Express. So they, not sticking around too long. They do get one keep, looking to clear mid, and you know what? I like this play from them. They should be able to burn this one. And yeah, to your point, this core is going to go ahead and regenerate. It is awfully hard with the 2 shields, for, I guess, ease of use of taking the core. Usually you want 2 keeps down. But, 17 is now online, 2-level lead in favor of Wood League Express here.
Yeah, and we're looking at this right now. With the big thing that surprised me, Dax, looking at this, there are no deaths. On the side of Woodley Express here, so Brightwing definitely doing a good job kind of falling in, saving people, but yeah, at the moment here, that does explain a little bit of the level lead there. So what do you do at this point, Dax, right? You're 15, you don't quite have the level here, obviously they start objective. You look to soak and look for an engage, or do you go with big play and hopefully they don't get this, because this does have the option to potentially end the game if they play it right?
So to your point, Brightwing has 43,000 healing done compared to Deckard's 21. So has that blink heal, has that hyper shift, and hyper shift does do some percent base damage. But I just being around the enemy team here and just supplying a lot of that sustained healing is doing work. Yeah, this one, I think they need to play this just safe. 16's now online. For the side of Liquid Metal, we do see Varian jump in onto that backline, but in comes Judgment onto that Varian. Out comes the Holy Ground. The lead does come out, but great disengage coming out from the May with that Avalanche. These teams are trading into each other. Just a lot of stuff happening in one small area. Down goes Varian. We do see the Hyper Shift coming out onto May to keep that topped off. Great, stay a while and listen to disengage here, but now the team is split. Bad Monkey and Sony taking a ton of that Chromie splash damage. So the team is off reload. Decker can only throw out potions so fast. But, all in all, 1-for-nothing trade. And that's kind of what Liquid Metal needed there to kind of sway it maybe back in their favor here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see Chromie try to solve this stuff out here a little bit, but she's not able to get that off in time. So we're going to see the objective channel start on the side of Liquid Metal here. And Liquid Metal put up a good fight here. Definitely not wanting to take this in the chin. I don't know why I'm into sports metaphors today. It's weird. I apologize for that. But no, they're bouncing back hard. I initially, I didn't see where the Variant died there. Unfortunately, I was kind of watching the backline with Sonya Leaps there. And watching those pieces, but maybe that's the key to this game, to actually take out the Variant there and kind of get sort of a lot of that hard pressure they have.
Yep, absolutely. So we have some decent size waves pushing in bot, heading onto that core. The core is already losing health. In comes the lead. Does get the stun onto Novabot, but out comes Welly to provide some of that damage. Down goes Tyrael. The explosion does come out here. Baronelli finds himself low. That is a 2-for-0 trade. Out comes the time trap. Going to be able to cancel that ball. Lightning, beautiful stasis coming out as well. All 4 members, or at least the backline 4 members from the side of Woodley Express are low, but High Admiral is out for blood, looking for anyone else here, and it's only poor Deckard left alive to try and defend this. Oh, Novala's still here. I apologize. She is making quick work of this camp here.
Hanging out, yeah, and a lot of pressure in top lane here. A pretty big wave. You know, a lot of sieging up too, so I don't think we see a lot of loss there on the keep, but it is definitely some help. And Varian doing Varian things, sneaking up and decides he's going to take that boss here on his own. Looks like Jaina decided that she's a little bit lonely as well, and going up to help that Varian as well, try to clear this as quickly as possible. But right now, this looks to be a pretty good win condition here. Dax, bottom lane's not going to do much. They're going to have to hard defend top here if they want to try to stay in the game here.
Absolutely. So we do see the rotation up here. They will just try and clear this out. I thought they were going to maybe try and make a last-ditch effort onto this boss before 20s. They will have 20s here, just online here any moment. They have the rider pushing up. They have the boss here, and this keep is already sitting about half health. So yeah, to your point, I think they're going to look to open up the win condition and hopefully try and end the game here if they can. Any sort of picks coming out here on the side of Liquid Metal.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, looking at what we have to do here, right? They have mid. They're going to clear that out real quick there. Bottom, I wouldn't necessarily be so concerned about per se. I think top is where you got to focus in. But we do see the keep goes down, and now they're looking for a little bit here. Just boss left, but that's a full health boss here. So we might see an engage here on that. Right, we can get Spawn Morphs out. Deckard with the sleep, a big sleep connect, so 3-person sleep. Really just trying to buy as much time as possible here. Taylor goes in, but I think that's just too much, and the boss is going to go ahead with the assistance of the objective and take down the core here for game 3, going to the side of Woodley.
Yeah, absolutely. It just like you said, between the riders there and bot was already pushing onto that keep. So you had 2 riders, the boss, and I think they just tried to get the team white and hoped that they were able to defend quick enough. But unfortunately, just a commanding win coming out from the side of Woodley Express there.
Yeah, definitely. Do we see more variant play here? I think this High Admiral definitely was an oppressive Windblades variant there. Looking at what he did there, he opted not to go any of the shields up, instead kept up with the Mortal Strike to prevent healing by 40%, which think about it, that's a huge percentage they're not getting for 4 seconds. So you run over Deckard portion, that's quite a big loss. Almost half the potion healing there. So I like what they were doing with that. Really liked how oppressive that was there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so the stats there, I actually just accidentally bumped myself out of that particular screen there. So I will jump back to us. But yeah, the stats, just the insane amount of healing, I think, that time coming out from that Brightwing.
I think I'm looking at it, 75k healing for you.
Yeah, they like a little bit more wiggly, was able to kind of teleport in and out of those team fights, unlike the Malfurion. It's kind of very immobile there as well. But GG's to both of these teams. Unfortunately, it did go in the way of Woodley Express to the 2-1 victory. But Liquid Metal looked like a fantastic team. But yeah, and any other points here before we send these fine folks here in chat somewhere else to enjoy some more NGS action?
No, yeah, I think looking at some of this stuff, the last piece, I think looking at the stats, Jaina on this one coming out on top with overall experience contribution of 14.5k. The next closest was the Cassia on the with 10k. So a little bit shocking to see Sonya kind of fall a little bit lower in this one per se, but no, all around good games to both teams, right? It was a hard fought game for sure. With everyone there, and it was just an enjoyable game to cast.
All right, absolutely. Okay, and before I let you go, sir, anything you'd like to shout out here for yourself? I know you're not a man much for social media, but what you got going on?
Oh man, Dex, I just have to shout out you again. You let me hang out with you here on these good late evenings for you, and I hope that it's been fun for you as much fun as it's been for me. So Thanks for letting me do this. And obviously, everyone, I'll plug you, Dax. Go ahead and check out Dax Hot for his local streaming. Good guy, likes to play some Heroes of the Storm. And if you catch him on a good day, you can watch him get a little bit salty in Storm League. It's always a fun way to experience. Or spend an evening rather.
Absolutely. And I do apologize to Woodley Express. It is about 12:30 in the morning here for me. I live on the East Coast, so I will, next time I cast them, I will definitely get an interview. But I need to be up a little bit early on Fridays to do some nasty paperwork. So, but again, thank you to everybody that came out tonight. Thank you everybody for the raids, the follows. We'll send you over. It looks like Taco is streaming some Heroic Division, so we will send you on over there. Show him some love. He is a great member of the NGS caster community as well as the regen community. So, but again, Dax_Hots here on Twitter. I post funny memes once in a while. Once in a while, I say some funny things. But appreciate the follows, and hopefully you all have a wonderful evening.